Hello friends, it's alphabet time, and every day now we're going to start reviewing all of the letters of the alphabet so you can be ready for kindergarten if that's where you're headed in the fall, and know your letters and your sounds very well. Now, I've just scooted them all over here and I've tried to move them all out of the light zone, so there's really no pattern to it today, just we're going to practice them and they're all mixed up and I'm going to mix them up every day. So here we go. Big B, little b, ba, ba, ba. Big Q, little q, qua, qua, qua. Big V, little v, va, va, va. Big R, little r, Big T, little t, ta, ta, ta. Big H, little h, ha, ha, ha. Big D, little d, da, da, da. Big K, little k, ka, ka, ka. Big Y, little y, ya, ya, ya. Big P, little p, pa, pa, pa. Big J, little j, ja, ja, ja. Big N, little n, Big W, little w, wa, wa, wa. Big L, little l, ol. Big F, little f, fa, fa, fa. Big Z, little z, za, za, za. Big S, little s, s. What is the difference between s and z? Our mouth looks the same, s, z. All we do is we lift up the back of our tongue a little bit to make that z sound. S. We let the air flow through. Z. We constrict it a little bit with our tongue. I want you to notice that. S, z. What do you do different with your tongue to make that different? Big X, little x, 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 x. Big C, little c, ka, ka, ka. Big G, little g, ga, ga, ga. Big M, little m. And here are our vowels, which are the star of this unit. Here they are, ready? Let's say their names. A, E, I, O, and the star of the day is U. Now we talked a little bit about that last time, so we are going to continue today with our study and review of U. So remember, the vowels are special. A lot of the letters make more than one sound, and the ones we practice are the ones they make the most. But as we know, there are already some tricky letters like X, which takes the sound of Z when it's at the beginning of the word, or Y, which likes to steal the sounds of the vowels if it's in the middle or the end of a word. A good example right here is Aubrey and Ruby. They both have a Y on the end of their name, but it says E, which is a vowel sound. So Y is tricky, X is tricky, C can sometimes be tricky. Sometimes it says K, sometimes it says S. So not all the vowels follow the rules all the time, but we try and use the one that is the most recognizable, that will help you start forming those words when you first start to learn to read. So here we go. U says its name, U, or it can also say And here's our example. United States of America, or umbrella. And we had some of our friends' names. Hudson says the sound. Ruby says the oo, or the u. Aubrey, now that's where it's tricky, and it combines together with the A to actually make the O short sound. So tricky letters. And June says the U sound. Can you hear that U? June. All right. So we are going to learn to read a word and then do, well, 2 words today. A long one and a short one. What do you think? Can you do both of them? All right. Let's take the short one first. So both of these letters have the short U sound, which is All right, the short U sound. So we're going to say and then do you remember what sound P makes? This is the letter P. Pa, pa, pa. That is correct. So we say p, p. Do you know what that is? Do you know what word that is? It's a very short word. P. So now we're going to try and flow the sounds together. you got it. Let me draw one picture for you. Now this is an arrow, does not start with U. But which way is the arrow pointing? Up. So that is this word, up. Okay, here is another long word. Do you think you can read that long of a word? Well, it's not really that hard if you break it down. So we're going to take the first two letters and we're going to put them up here. So here we go. This says, it's the short sound again. Mostly when a vowel is by itself, it says it's short sound. Not always, but mostly. So here we go. Um. So that's the first part. Here's the next one. B, and this one says eh. It's by itself, not right next to another vowel, so it's going to say its short sound eh. Eh. So let's just do this part. B, and R kind of goes together with a letter that's next to it too. Bre, bre, bre. Okay, so bre, and then we have these two L's, and together they say oh. I don't know why there's two. Oh, I do know why there's two. It's so that this one says at the end. So again, A is taking that U sound, isn't it? Because it starts with and it ends with but there's an A there, and the A is stealing the short U sound. Tricky letters. Okay, here we go. Umbrella. Do you think you know it? Sometimes the longer words are easier than the shorter words because they're so unique. You don't get it mixed up. Umbrella. Okay, let's try it. If you don't have it yet, I will show you a picture. This will help. You got it? Umbrella. Umbrella. That big long word is umbrella. Woo! You are a good reader if you got that. All right, so let's move to our worksheet. I'm going to put my umbrella over there. And I used my granddaughter's June's name because she has the U in it that says its name. U, June. And so does Ruby, but I used Ruby another day. So here we go. Ready? So this will be different on yours. Now, if when we ended preschool you didn't really know, you were still working on your first name, I put your first name several times so you can keep practicing that. If you had got your first name really well, then I will put your last name and you can start working on that. And some of the end ones I just put your first and last name because everyone wants to learn to write their last name. So we're just going to follow the dotted lines. And here's my U, June, and again. So you always do the dots first because that helps you remember how to form the letters. Then when you do all of that, then I always leave room for you to try to practice on your own. So you look at this and so, okay, J goes clear from the top to the bottom, solid line. And then we put the head on the top. U, lowercase u, goes below the dotted line. N, have you noticed the N and U look like each other except upside down? Okay, here is our letter U. Okay, so this is a little different than the one we did. This one has you come down on a straight line, so they're exactly the same. And that is one way that you can do capital U. Here is lowercase u. I'm going to practice again, and you can do it the way we learned yesterday on our paper, or you can put an extra line if you want. And here is lowercase u. A lowercase u always has that extra line. And here is a word. What is this word? U, P, and the arrow is going up. Good job. Now, the last thing on your worksheet is a sentence. And do you remember how I said we learn the sounds of the letters, then we put them together and they make words. And once we have words, we can put them together to make sentences. And once we have sentences, then we can tell stories. And that is the fun part of learning to read, the stories. So this first word I'm just going to tell it to you because it's not one that sounds out very easily. It's one you just have to kind of memorize. And it's T-H-E, and it says the. So that first word is the. Trace the. Now this next one is that long word we learned. Umbrella. And there's that sneaky A stealing the short U sound. So the sentence so far said the umbrella, and here is another word is. What did you notice about that? I pointed it out. When we say the S sound, we say S, right? Not Z, that's the Z sound. But sometimes even our consonants are tricky, and when it's next to the I like that, it takes the Z sound. So let's read it. The umbrella is, and we need one more word to make the sentence. What word should we use to make the sentence? Could we use this word? Up. Let's try it. The umbrella is up. Can an umbrella be up? Yes. In fact, this umbrella is up. When it's down, you don't see this part that protects you from the rain. It's down, and it's all folded up. So the umbrella is up, and you can write that word all by yourself. It's just U and a P, which is straight line past that and a round part there. And I already put a period, which shows you that you're at the end of the sentence. So good job finishing that sentence today.